Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Tuesday Night Live with independent demonstrator Teresa Harper. Let's go ahead and get us started. See who's on. And I'll tell you the plan for this evening. It's going to be a little bit different than normal because I've got some brand new sneaky peek products for you. So let's get on and see who we have. Okay, there we are. Whoops. Before we do that. All right. Hello, Laura. How are you? Hope you had a good week. It's been a busy one for me, but that's pretty much my life. Busy, busy, busy. So we are going to look at some new product coming out on July 3rd for customers. It's available right now for pre-order for demonstrators. And of course, you can always add new product to the starter kits. Okay. So it's not going to be just an unboxing. I have taken a bunch of time in the last few days cutting things, stamping things, getting things ready so that you have some examples of how something might look. And let's see. Where are we going to start? Where do we start? Let's start with the suite that I ordered in the online exclusives. And we'll start with the designer series paper. So I took the Season of Green and Gold suite. And in that suite, there is the Graceful Greenery Vellum. So you get 2 sheets each of 3 different designs, and they're single-sided. So this one has like a snowflake swirl to it. These you can cut out with the dies in one of the sets, and this one you can also cut with dies. So this has die coordination, so you can cut those out and use them. So let's put those away. And then we'll get out the next, well, let's see if it's going to cooperate. There it goes. Decided to be helpful at the last minute. This is a Season of Green and Gold specialty 12 by 12 DSP. So with this one, you get 2 sheets each of 6 double-sided designs. So you get this, and it has gold foiling in it. And then the reverse side is this pattern. And then you get this pattern. This too has the gold in it, and these coordinate with the dies, including those little holly berries. So you can cut all of those out. And then you've got this stripe on the back. And then we've got this sheet, and this has the gold little diamonds on it. Yep, you can see those in the light. And then on the reverse side of that is this pattern. And then you've got these patterns. And you can cut out the bells, not the doubles, but the singles. And I'm not sure about anything else in there. We can check that when we get to the dies if we want to. And then you've got a gingham or a plaid. And then this is all foiled, very vanilla. And the reverse side of that one is this green that you can use for any season. And then this is the foiled pattern again. And then the reverse side of that one is this pattern. Okay? So you get at least 2 sheets that coordinate with the dies. Let's set that aside. And then let's take a look at the golden greenery dies. Let me grab those. I'm not sure where they're at in my bin. Right here, we need this next. We need this, and we need this, and we need this. Okay. So these are the dies that go with this. And hopefully you can see all of that. So you get 13 dies. This is a 12-piece photopolymer stamp set. Okay, and I've already stamped those images and die cut them out. So it's 2-step stamping. You stamp these 2 pieces to get this piece. And these 2 pieces will give you this piece. And these 2 pieces will give you this piece. And then the same thing with your bells. You've got 2-step stamping with those, and that's how those look. And the holly berries as well. And then you get dies to cut all of those out. In addition, you get these, what I like to call the bonus dies. And these are those. And then you get this strip of 5 berries so that you can scatter those however you want. Okay? And as I said, you can cut some of these images out with the dies in the designer series paper. Okay, so we've got that. This is also part of that green and gold season of green and gold. Let's set that aside. And then the other bundle that comes in that's a mega suite. It has 2 sets of stamps and dies. So this is the Greetings of the Season bundle. And these dies look like this. You get 9 dies and they cut tags. Okay. And then you've got the Greetings of the Season, which of course is all sentiments, but it's a builder sentiment so that you can build up your words. So let's see. I've got a sample here that I made just before I went live that uses this die and this die. And then I used another Sneaky Peek stamp set, Naughty and Nice. And I used this image and a 1 3/4 inch circle punch. And then I used the little hat, and the little penguin is from the Choose Happy stamp set. I used this little penguin right here. Okay, so quick and easy tag. And I embossed this with the Snowfall embossing folder. Okay, so You're going to see this again here in just a minute because I have another sample for you where I used this stamp set. So I used Greetings of the Season. And then I got Everyday Greetings is not in this suite, but it totally coordinates. These two are meant to go together. And at first, I just got the Greetings of the Season and I didn't get Everyday Greetings because I was looking at this and I'm like, well, where's the happy? You need that. Well, here it is. It's in the Greetings of the Season, and you just combine the happy or the happy with anniversary, birthday. Then you've got congratulations, and you can say to you and yours from over here, or you can say congratulations on your, and then you could use any of these. So they can be used separately, but they will work really nicely together. And so for the greeting, I took the happy from Greetings of the Season, and then I took this really fancy birthday font and I stamped it on this tag again, and I made this card. And these little butterflies come from Butterfly Sketches or Simply Sketched. Oh, no. Let's see. It's right here. Sketched Butterflies. And then this is that Wonderful Thoughts paper, which works with just about everything. Okay, so there's how you can use those sentiments together. Okay, I did not have time today to, I want to make a box out of this. And I want to make a box out of this one. And I'm pretty sure I can make a box out of this one too, but I haven't gotten that far yet. But that was one of the reasons why I got this particular stamp set or this bundle was because I could make boxes out of those and I can make tags. So there we have that. Let me just set those aside. So let's see. So I believe also in that set is the cream woven ribbon. Is 1/4 inch wide. It's a cream color. It's very, very soft. And you get 10 yards. And I twisted that and I didn't want to. I need to twist that back. There we go. So it'll stay together. So it makes a really nice little bow really easily. And it's really soft and it's not super thick. Okay? It does have a little bit of thickness to it, but it's not super thick. It's not any thicker than a dimensional. Let's put it that way. Okay. So let's see. Also in that green and gold suite is the Cherry Cobbler and Pearl adhesive backed berries embellishments. So you get some that are single, and then you get clusters of 3, and you get 12 red cherry cobbler and 12 pearl clusters, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20 of each of the other singles. Okay. So that is the last of that suite. Then we have my favorite suite, or not suite, but my favorite bundle, because I only got that one suite. The Frosted Forest bundle. And this is one of those bundles that comes with stamps, dies, and here are the dies. I've got a lot to show you with this set. I worked with it quite a bit last night. So you get all of these dies, 10 dies, photopolymer stamp set, and this is how they look when they're stamped. Okay, and then you get the frosted forest decorative masks. So you get 6 masks. These 3 are for this tree, and then these 3 do both of these trees. Okay, so these ones are labeled 1, 2, and 3 right up here at the top, and you have this little register mark to help you line everything up. And then these ones are A, B, and C, just so that there's no confusion that these don't go with these. Okay, so let's take a look at these, and what we have. Okay, so here is the, hello Tracy, hello Cynthia, thanks for joining. Okay, so here are the frosted forest dies, and apparently you can't see them all, so I'm gonna scoop this down. So what I've done here is I stamped and then I die cut. Okay, so I'm going to grab those stamps just so you can see. So this is stamped and then just die cut with the large tree. Okay, this piece here is this die here cut in crumb cake just so that it showed up better on the black than my early espresso. And then this die here will give you leaves for the trees, and that's here. So if you layer just this plain die cut with this and this is what you will get. Now I cut off this image right here at the trunk so that I didn't have, let me show you. Because when I first did this is how I did it. And I didn't like that shaded spruce behind my trunk. So I just cut this right along here before I adhered it. And that way I did not get that green behind my trunk. Okay. Now, if you look at this closely, let's see if my camera will focus, you'll see that there's texture on there. So what I did to get that was I took this little stamp right here, put it on a block, inked it up in, this is actually shaded spruce and I used Mossy Meadow ink, and then I stamped it down on top of this before I adhered it, just to give it a little bit of texture. Okay, so you can do it plain like this, or you can add some texture like this. Okay, then there is one bird stamp in the set, but there are 2 bird dies, so you can cut 2 birds at the same time. So I've done that here. And then for this image, this is this one here, and that's just stamped. Oop, and that got out of the way from where it's supposed to be. Let's put that back. This and this are cut with this die here. And then this is this die here. So you can put this one and this one together. And let's see if I have an extra over here cut already. Hey, yep, I did an extra one of these. just so I could show you that if you put this on top of here, that's what you'll get. Now, of course, you probably would want to, this one, if you do this, though, I noticed you'll end up with two tops to your tree. So you pretty much would have to move this up here and then kind of cut that off, I think. Okay. Or you can take this and you could add it to your stamp tree like that. Now, this image here uses the masks, and I did all 3 layers of the mask, and this is what it looks like. This is all done in garden green. And then, of course, if you wanted to, you could take this piece and layer it on top if that's the look that you are going for. Okay, so that's that. Now, this piece here is one of those dies that, let me move that down. It's actually very thin here, but this bottom portion does not cut. Only this, where the hill is, cuts. So you can make this piece as wide or as narrow as you want it to be. Okay? So that makes that pretty versatile for you. And then again, these are, this one is stamped with this image right here. And then I cut it with the little outline tree. So you've got that. And then this is just the plain. And then you've got the detailed piece cut here. And I've cut an extra so you can see what that would look like over the top of the outline or over the top of the stamp tree. This one works really nicely for that. So you've got lots of options. And then this one here is the tree where I stamped it. I started with this, which is the same way I did this. I started with the stamp, and then I added the garden green ink with the masks. Okay? And then, of course, if you wanted, you could add this garden green piece to the top, and that's what that would look like. Okay? All right. So I forgot to tell you about this one here. And that one is this stamp. But how I got this done was I took this large stamp and I'm going to pull that out and I'm going to show you. Let me put this on a large block. So I put this on the block. Oops. And then I took my Stampin' Up markers, and I'm going to take the marker tip end, and I'm just going to ink that up. With my marker. I forgot to pull a piece of basic white to show you, but we'll grab one here. I'm sure I've got a piece that will fit right behind me. Okay, now if you miss a few of these little spots in here that should be green, it's really no big deal. Okay, so we've got that. Then I'm going to take my brown, my early espresso, and again with the side of my marker, I'm going to ink this up. Now, could you do this and just stamp it and use the masks? Absolutely. But then I would have green or brown where I didn't want it. So me being me, I'm using my markers because I can. And that's what they're for. Okay, now after I do the brown, then I usually go back and find out that I missed some green right here. Okay, then I'm going to grab a piece of white that doesn't have a big hole in it from my, come on, get there. Okay, and then I'm just going to lay this down, and I should have huffed on it, but I didn't. Give that some good pressure, and there's where I started. Okay, and then I use the masks to ink that up. And these are fairly easy to line up. Just find your little things. And if you've got the right size sheet of paper and you're using your glass mat, then you can just take your paper down to the mat and tape your thing down. And my paper wouldn't be too big. Then I can write with my Stampin' Up marker, and I can draw right on my mat here so that I know right where I need to put that back down at for the next one. Okay? And that is not going to hurt my glass mat in any way. Then, and this glass mat is part of the online exclusives coming out to customers July 3rd. Then I would take, and I know you guys have seen me do this before, just take my ink and splat it right there, grab my blending brush, and start putting my color on. Of course, I wouldn't use lemon lime twist for my trunk, but just for demonstration purposes. Then I would have this all set, and then I can just lay my next one down right there like so. And that should line up pretty darn close to where I need it to. And then I can grab my blending brush and go to town again. Okay? So that's a pretty cool thing with the glass mat. I love my glass mat. Okay, so that's how I got this image here. Let me grab my chamois cloth here that came with the glass mat, and I'm just going to wipe that off so we don't end up with a mess. Okay, and this is really nice because when you wring it out, it wrings out almost dry. Okay, so let's see, what else did I want to show you here? Oh, so here's another one that I did. I stamped this one just like I just showed you with the ink, with the Stampin' Up markers. But then I went in and I used my Stampin' Blends in Pecan Pie for the trunk, Old Olive here, and I used Balmy Blue here. And I got this. So you could just color that image with your Stampin' Blends. Or if you wanted to go a step further, you could cut out this piece. Again, I stamped this one with the smallest tree over the top to give it texture. And then I can add this to my tree to get this effect. Hi, Lynette. You know, it's funny. I started out with these trees. When I started working with these trees last night, I thought, I don't know if I'm going to like these. They're not quite as easy as the layers of beauty. However, once I got going and I saw all of the different things that I could do with these, how I could mix and match them, I really, really like them. You can do so much and get so many different looks with these trees. You can take the one that you mask, or yeah, that you did the decorative masks on. You can lay over the top of that, get some dimension behind that. You can layer all of these so that you get just the dies, or you can take these trees and layer these dies as well. And of course, you could do some stamping and jazz those up. So that is the Frosted Forest bundle coming out on July 3rd. I hope I've done that justice and given you some ideas. Of course, I didn't get to making any cards because I spent all my time trying, playing, seeing what I could do and how things would go. But we'll be doing some of those in the future because I will definitely be using some of these pieces. Okay, and I'll just store all of these right in my stamp case so that I have them for future use along with my dies, because that's how I store these when I can. Okay, so that is the Frosted Forest bundle again. 3-piece set, stamps, dies, and decorative masks. Now, let's move on to some more DSP. This is from the Iconic Celebrations suite. This is actually, I think, no, I got these two pieces out of that suite. Pecan pie and clear ribbon adhesive backed dots. These are really pretty, you guys. I don't know that this is going to do them justice. You can see all the shine. These are pecan pie and clear, and they are really pretty. They really sparkle, but they're very, very flat, which is what I like. Very, very flat, easy to use. Okay, so we've got that, and then here is the DSP from that pack. It's a 6x6 stack. You get 4 sheets of each design. This is the front and the back, the front and the back. Well, I guess it's one side and then the other, however you want to look at it. Okay, so we've got this side, and this side's pumpkins. And then we've got snowflakes and trees, candles, and fireworks. Hang on. Leaves and stripes. Then we've got a red and green plaid And these are foliage with berries. And then Cajun craze and white dots. And acorns and leaves. Then we've got hearts. And wine or champagne glasses. Pine boughs and candy canes. Evergreen trees. And foliage with holly berries. Okay, so that is that pack. Get 48 sheets total, 12 double-sided designs, 4 of each. Okay, this does have a coordinating stamp and die bundle, and the dies do cut out some of the images from the paper, but I did not get that sweet. Okay, so now let's talk about some standalone stamp sets. I picked up the Playful Ghosts because I thought this would be the one that I would get the most use out of, and it was so cute. Now, Stampin' Up! Did not consult me, so there are not 9 dies to go along with this, which is how I would have done it, but they didn't ask me. So, we have to fussy cut. But, oh my gosh, look how cute they are. And these are going to make adorable treat boxes. I can't wait to use some of these images with the tag set that I showed you at the beginning, because that's going to make some cute little boxes. All right. So then we have Filled with Cheer. Now, I don't know if right away this makes you think of something else, but we had in March, when we had the online exclusives, we had Filled with Fun. And Filled with Fun came as a bundle if you chose it, right? So it has, in the Filled with Fun, it has a wagon and it has a banner. And if you look at these, now these images are only at 95%, but I'm going to show you. This wagon from Filled with Fun will cut out the wagon from Filled with Cheer, and this banner piece will cut out the string of lights, okay? And just so you know that that really is the case, I've done that for you. Oh, and the wagon wheel die cuts this out. So you've got the Christmas bulbs cut with the Filled with Fun dies. You've got the wagon, and then you've got the wagon wheel. So those pieces will coordinate. And of course, you can put these in the wagon, just like you could put these in the wagon, and you can use these pieces to finish your wagon here, along with the dies. So if you already have Filled with Fun, you're going to want to make sure that you put Filled with Cheer on your list, because you're going to need that. Okay, so we've got that, and I'm going to go ahead and put this back in here. I love this little snowman who looks like he's melting. This has a basket of pots of poinsettias along with the gifts. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I haven't gotten to that yet, though. I just took the time to make sure I stamped the images that I could cut with the dies, so I could be sure to tell you about those so that you knew. Okay. So let me put that back away. And then for anybody who's a Paper Pumpkin subscriber and wants to know what the new Paper Pumpkin add-on dies look like for July, August, and September, these are those. So you get a hooray. That's going to cut out the word hooray. And then you get this nice large leaf, and then this will cut out a flower. And this is actually the July kit that this coordinates with. And I think this is August and this is September's kit. Okay, so just wanted to show you those. So you get those 3 dies for $12. And finally, from my pre-order, I ordered the Close to My Heart Stamp and Thin Cuts Hug in a Mug. I ordered this for a couple reasons. One, because I can't pass up anything that has to do with hot chocolate or uh, tea or coffee. So actually, I made this. This was my prototype that I made, this little box for my dad. And I like that these sentiments are curved a little bit to fit into the cup. There's no stamp for the cup, but I did these, and then I used reverse stamping to make sure that I could have my whipped cream on both sides of my box. So no matter how you look at my box, I've got Love You a Latte Dad. And then actually on my dad's, I put number 1 dad. Ron's, I should have grabbed that because it's out in the front room, and I really went crazy on his. His is really, I did a bunch of ink blending, and I used Encircled in Nature and really made that nice. So I wanted to show you a few things with these. This is the way your, minus this doesn't come in there. This is the way the Close to My Heart Stamp and Thin Cuts come. They come on a sheet, on a plastic sheet. Most of mine are not on here. They're on blocks. And then it has this foam piece. These are all printed. And then your dies come in a plastic envelope and already on a magnet sheet for you. Okay. So I kind of wanted to show you how you can mix and match. Okay. For those of you who can get your hands on the Close to My Heart, you can mix and match these with our Latte Love stamp set. And so I've done a little bit of work here to show you how that works. Now this is the mug, and this is one of the sentiments. Hot chocolate is like a hug in a mug. Here are some candy canes. Let me put this down. Actually, I'm going to move this out of the way, and I'm going to bring this in because I stamped this so you could see how well they stamp. Okay, so this is this image, and then I die cut it, and this has a slit so you can put the candy cane in. Now, me being me, I had to go a little bit further, and I did some reverse stamping so that I could fill my mug with some candy canes. Okay, you can do the same thing with pens and pencils here. They've got pens and pencils, and all of these images have a die cut. Okay, there's a die to cut all of them. So we've got that. But now let's take our mug from Latte Love. Okay, so in order to make these fit, I had to cut them a little bit. So here's the whipped cream. So I can put whipped cream in my mug. Okay. These candy canes I felt were a little bit big, but I could do that. All right. And then here are my marshmallows. I stamped my marshmallows and my whipped cream in basic beige, by the way. Okay, so there's how you can put that. And of course, well, you know, if you're Nathan, you would have your marshmallows on top of your whipped cream, and then you would have your candy cane. And that would be Nathan's, because that's how he likes it. Okay, now the difference that you have to cut these in sizes, I made sure I did that so you can see what the actual size is that fits in this mug and how it fits. Okay, to fit our mug, I had to cut it down just a bit. So I took this whole bottom row of whipped cream off in order to get that inside the Latte Love mug. And for the marshmallows, I just cut this portion off. So just this portion of white off the bottom, I just cut them right at the marshmallow to make those fit. And then you have to take this single marshmallow on the left and tuck it in there so that those will fit. Okay? So here are the flowers that go in the mug. These will not. I don't know how you could make these fit very well. I mean, they'll go in there. I guess you can make them fit. That looks pretty cute, actually. So there we've got those. And then I stamped this heart just so that you could see how well that stamps without blotchiness. Okay? So I just wanted to show you those so that we could contrast and compare the close to my heart ones that you see on the website, how they come, how they feel. I was very pleased in the quality of these close to my heart ones. So I'm kind of hoping that Stampin' Up! Will offer us something like this in the future. I really like that they come in this little envelope, stamps, dies on a magnet sheet, and ready to go. Okay, so there's those. Do I have anything left? Oh, yes, I have one more thing to share with you tonight. And I haven't even opened this. This came today. This, I want to give you all a very big thank you because without all of you, I would not have received this. In April, Stampin' Up! Gave us a Better Your Best sales challenge, and that challenge was to better your sales from April of 2023 by at least $1 or 300 CSV if you were less than that the year before. So you had to do at least 300 in sales or $1 more than your April 2023 sales. You guys, you knocked it out of the park for me. So this is a pack of paper that Stampin' Up! Gave us. This is the Countryside Inn, but they've turned it into pinks and they're calling it Countryside Rose. And I just want to show it to you. Unfortunately, this will never be for sale. It was just a gift for those who met the challenge. And we've got this and we get to participate in a virtual online crafting event using this. But I want to show it to you because I wouldn't have it if it weren't for you guys. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for all your orders that pushed me. When I started, I didn't think I would even begin to get there, and you guys knocked it out of the ballpark. Now you can get the countryside in paper that is in the annual catalog, but you can't get it in this rose color. Okay, I just wanted to show it to you because it's so pretty, and I wouldn't have it without all of you. And this is the best way I could think of to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Okay, so there is that paper. Thank you so much. Okay, I think that is pretty much everything I had for tonight. I did just want to remember that we have this bundle sale still going. I did pick up, and these came today. I picked up from the bundle sale the sketch butterflies, which I used on that card I showed you earlier. And you'll be seeing more of this week because I think this is going to be my focus. Here's a little tag that I made with that, using those sketch butterflies. And the, what is it, Season of Cheer tags. Man, I like those tags. Okay, so we've got that. And then the other bundle that I picked up was the Friends for Life, and I literally have not opened that. So let's take a look at these. I think these are on back order right now, but I'm not 100% sure. I think they're coming back on the 24th of June. So this has friend and friend, so you'll be able to, I'll be able to die cut friend. I'll be able to stamp friend, cut it out. Well, this will probably be, yeah. These images are at 90%, so these are a little bit smaller. So you're not going to cut this friend with this. This would just be cut with regular cardstock, but you can cut, hang on. You can cut friend with this die. So this is one of those builders. So excited for you, friend. Then you've got best wishes, thinking of you, happy birthday. Thank you for being a best friend or friend. Love you, friend. Miss you, friend. So we've got those. This was the die that I really, so you've got a heart. So you can cut out the heart, and you can cut out this. And then you can paper piece all these pieces back in and double it like that. Pretty cool. Plus you're going to have this lovely little swirl. This doesn't cut anything in the stamp set. This one is what we call a bonus die. Whoops. But this die here will cut this. And these will not cut those. These are bonus. But this die will cut those. And it's going to cut them individually. So you'll stamp two, and it'll cut them out apart. Okay? Just so you know that. Don't be expecting them to cut together. The same thing with this little die. It's going to cut two hearts separate. They're at the same time, but separately. Okay? And then you've got this little strip. I can't wait to, I have a card already in mind for this. So we're going to use that. Just looks like a little paint swipe when you cut it in cardstock. Okay, so that's what I have to share with you tonight. And I will be live again Thursday night where we'll actually be making a project, and that will be over on my YouTube channel at 7 p.m. Pacific time. So be sure to join me there. And if I don't see you there, I will see you next week with some more projects. All right, everybody, have a great night. See you later. Good night.